All right, so this video is going to go through the area of a regular polygon. Here I have a pentagon with a base length of 10. And so in order for us to find the area of the whole polygon, we have to look at the triangles that make up the regular polygon. So each regular polygon is made up of triangles. The number of triangles is the same as the number of sides. And so if this is a pentagon, that means that the number of sides is 5. So I would go through, break this up, and I know I have 5 congruent triangles. So I need to find the area of one triangle. Okay, and I know the base is 10. And I also want to know the height, right? Because the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2, but I need to figure out what the height is. And so if you see, remember the height meets the base at a 90-degree angle, which means that this right here is a right triangle. And so in order to figure out the height, right, the leg of this right triangle, we have to use right triangle trig. So in order to do that, we need to figure out an angle measure. Well, since this is a regular polygon, we know how to find different angle measures inside of it. The one I'm going to use is the central angle, because that's the same as right here. So to find the central angle, we have to do 360, because all of these add up to 360, and then divide by the number of sides, so 5. And then we get that a central angle for a regular pentagon is 72 degrees. So if we move back to over here, we only want half of this angle. So we have to do 72 divided by 2, and that gives us 36 degrees. So we know this angle right here is 36 degrees. I want to know what the height is, and I'm using this length. So if this whole thing is 10, that means this part is 5 because it's split in half. So the 5 from the angle is the opposite side, and the height from the angle is the adjacent side. So if we have an opposite side and an adjacent side, that means that we are going to be using our tangent ratio. So we're going to be taking the tangent of 36, and then since tangent is opposite over adjacent, that means that the tangent of 36 equals 5 over h. So then we can figure out the tangent of 36 with our calculator is 0.73 equals 5 divided by h. Ultimately, my goal is to get h by itself, but first I need to get it out of the fraction, so I'm going to multiply each side by h since that undoes the operation. So then I'm left with 0.73h equals 5. Now I want to get h by itself, so I'm going to divide each side by 0.73. I get that h equals 6.85. So it means that the height of this triangle from our pentagon is 6.85. We know the base is 10, so we can go ahead and figure out what the area of this triangle is. So area, our base is 10. Our height, we just figured out, is 6.85. We're going to divide that by 2. And remember, since we have 5 of these triangles in the pentagon, that means that we have to multiply this by 5. So then you put that in your calculator, and you get that the area of this regular pentagon is 171.25 units squared.